dropped the home game. It was a close one, 23-20, divisional game, of course. Solid outputs, but we already know what happened in the end. But here's some positive. Michael Penix Jr. showed presence, calm under pressure, 81% completion rate and 62.5 success rate. The line, they did pretty well, I'm saying? Not as well as you normally would see, but they wasn't trash, though. So that's something to be excited about. But last thing to be concerned about, Bijan and Tyler, or should I say Bijan and Tyler, combined for under 50 yards rushing.
So, but we'll get into that soon, man. When we get to the offensive side of the ball, we damn sure gonna get into it. I was kind of pissed off about that. But you know how it is, man. You know how it is. Solomon, what's up, my guy?
What's good, family? How y'all doing? Yes, sir.
How y'all doing, man? Just come on in. Come on, grab a seat, grab a drink, do whatever you gotta do. And while y'all coming in, please go ahead and press that like button on Smitty Sports Machine and A1 Forever to get us through that algorithm, man, because algorithm is everything. Because look, without the algorithm, man, we goes nowhere. Right. But thank y'all for coming in, man. I know I got to apologize for last night about the little spat I had. Got to apologize, man. Got to be grown up, man. I'm too old for that. But again, I apologize, and we'll get past that, man.
For sure, man. We all human, right? At the end of the day. So,
I got Jeff. What's good?
Move forward. Put it behind us and move forward. What's good, my family?
Aries, what's up?
What's happening?
But y'all know what we do, man. Let's get into these topics, man. Y'all done heard the news by now. Parker Romo, Falcons add a kicker, and it's no surprise because
Raheem said in the press conference.
Way cool.
Said it's gonna be cool competition. So
competition. It's been competition at every position anyway, though. But I think he should have had a competition long before now, because we into the regular season, and now you got the scratch and claw to try to figure this out when it's something that should have been figured out long before now. And honestly, man, I would have tried to save that $4 million and went out and got a veteran kicker and say, hey, we'll use this veteran kicker till we can bring in a young body to replace him and go long term. But things happen. And look.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, we're bringing in some kind of competition, I believe. I'm kind of surprised to see or not see, Lenny Craig's name not mentioned in this at all. And it makes me wonder if there really was truly a competition back in camp. But no. I'm not even going to try to stir that pot. But but one thing about Parker, he is from Georgia, Peachtree City. And
right down the road.
Yeah, right down the road. So it is kind of homecoming for him. And he did last play with the Minnesota Vikings back in 2024. And he did play games with them, at least about 4. So it also,
4 games. Could 11 to 12 field goals to be exact.
Right. So, 11 to 12 for field goals. Yes. And he had a good UFL stint too. But one thing about it, you think about it too. He last played for the Vikings. We're about to play the Vikings. We're at least going to try to pick his brain, see if he found out anything, not necessarily about any schemes or any defense, but just maybe mannerisms or anything around the team, just any little thing that you can use to gain an advantage. I say you ask him. So at the end of the day, you got to do it, man. Intel is everything.
Yeah, you got to get those on your opponent, man. Everybody know that. I guess that's why Saints and Falcons trade players all the time. One go from one team to the other. I mean, it happens. And man, they get paid good for it. So hey, Coop said Minnesota don't scare me. JJ is not. I think we will ball this game. Just need Drake and Mona to play, and we're gonna get into that in a minute. Zay said we better clean it up Sunday night, bro. I'm not trying to be embarrassed. Me either, Zay. I agree 100%.
I do.
Dez, what's up, my guy? We're gonna get into that in a minute. I got the depth chart pulled up. So, we'll get into that right quick. And we got y'all, man. We got y'all, trust me. Twan, what's up, my guy? Reggie, Tyreek, what's good? Yeah, we did trade. Well, we didn't trade GM's Tommy Dimitrov, just a consultant. Nothing more. So he ain't gonna have no control over nothing.
He did go to the Aints, though. I'm just like, my goodness, Thomas. But hey, and then he was with them in training camp apparently. So coming in and out, he's supposed to be helping out. So we'll see what happens.
Tommy, you got to be more positive than that, man. You can't just say that. You got to be more positive than that.
I ain't
Yeah, I
gonna lie
don't see
to you.
that.
I don't feel like no team is gonna necessarily destroy us, but we'll
No,
see though, Tommy. We'll see
long we
about
put up points, I think we good, man. And we got the perfect offense to do that. We just got to get out of that high school style offense they tried to run last week.
it.
They took their after the first drive, they had their foot on the gas, and after that, it seemed like their foot slipped off the pedal and couldn't get it back on in time. But hey, it
One
happens, man.
one last thing about Parker for me though, just because he's signed to the practice squad and supposed to be competing and everything doesn't even mean we're going to see him on Sunday at all. So I'm just saying, like, I want
Yeah,
people to,
it's just a tryout, man. Basically,
yeah, that's it. And I fully expect to see Young Wei running out there. That number 6 running out there on Sunday. I mean, that's just what I expect. We'll see if they change their minds, but that's what I expect. Say Vikings didn't even look good till the fourth quarter. Yeah, they were sluggish.
yeah. The Vikings started slow, and the Bears gave them a chance to win that game. The Bears
Mhm.
didn't keep their foot on the gas. That happened with a couple of teams this weekend. So don't just look bad at the Falcons. The Ravens, they dropped that game. They were up by 2
Oh
touchdowns and lost.
boy,
So and then and they
absolute
Eagles,
collapse.
and I hate to say it, I got to go back to that Super Bowl reference. If they had just ran Derrick Henry, that game was over. At that point, he had 175 yards, and they were up by 2 touchdowns. Why the hell are you throwing the ball? Make it make sense.
Hey
And
man,
you have a Lamar Jackson back there who can run. So I mean, look.
that's a
I mean,
question. I
that's
know
another day.
I
Look,
know it's a couple of fumbles and stuff like that, but yeah, man, that was a big lead that they gave up too. So teams giving up leads in week one. We're seeing it go on all around. So we'll see what happens
I
with
agree,
that.
Vontae. Finishing game is going to be important for the Falcons
Oh,
going forward.
absolutely, absolutely.
Absolutely,
We have to, we
200%.
have to hit home, and we have to hit home all the way around.
They were calling the Ravens Falcons North after the game. Yeah, I, I can understand that, man. But look, I mean, look, it
That's
happens,
rough.
man. It happened to the best of us. But yeah, we got that out the way, man. So we're gonna talk about this Falcons offense first, because I want to get into talking about um Michael Penix in that offense.
Okay.
And look, great game by the offense. You might as well say Penix threw for 300 yards. He was just 200 yards, 2 yards short, just 2 yards short. So I could say 300. But the run game is going to be pivotal, man. If y'all go look at, and I tell y'all this here week, I got my 3 keys to victory up, so y'all can go check that out.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is going to be key for the Falcons to run the football against this defense. And I said it last week against the Vikings. I'm saying the Bucs defense. It's going to be the same thing, man. Same type of coordinator. I can't never remember his name. I don't know why. Brian Flores,
Yeah.
Viking defensive coordinator. He's another guy that likes to blitz. And if you saw that game last night, you will see they like to blitz, man. And they had I can't think of his name either. The linebacker came over from the Dolphins. He was a Pro Bowler last year, number
I know what you're
43.
talking about. Yeah, I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
he was all over the field last night. So he was a big part of turning the game around. And when you have that type of energy on the field, you're never out of the game. Because I saw DeAndre Swift moving the book. He was running. He was catching the ball at the backfield. He was just doing everything. You see them going to the tight end, which I feel like that's going to be our best bet against this defense. And they got 2 guys in the middle, Jonathan Allen, and what was the other guy? Javon Hargraves, former
about.
as an Eagle. So just like the Bucs, they have 2 big name guys in the middle of that defense. So I feel like the run game gonna have to wear it down. And to do that, I feel like you have to implement Tyler just a little bit more, especially if like last week you're going to implement Bijan in the pass game. That means Tyler should run the ball more. I think if they did that last week, game totally had a different result. Because as I told y'all, that 4th and 1 where Bijan got stopped, you got Tyler right there. That's
Yeah.
absolutely a first down.
And
So
to cater to that too, just to add
go ahead.
to that point, Smitty, like this was a team that averaged 130 yards rushing last year, and 69 yards rushing, being 26 in the league right now, is not going to cut it. Our bread and butter from all the way back from Arthur Smith, and we still have pieces from that and structure from that as well. We have to be able to run the ball so it can help the pass for Michael Penix, because if we can't run the ball, it's going to make it a tougher time to sling the ball around and get it to those receivers. No matter who's out there, Drake, Mooney, anybody, it's still going to make it tough if we can't use Bijan Robinson, if we can't use Tyler Algier in the run game. And again, in certain situations, you have to be better. And especially when we're in the red zone, that's something, the place that we have to be better, because in the red zone, we are 17th in the league right now, 50% red zone scoring. And we have to be better than that, because that could have been 100%, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, it could have been 100%. But ultimately, that run game has got to have happened, because we averaged 2.5 yards as rushing altogether. And that is good enough for 28th in the league currently. Of course, it's only week 1. But for us in our standard, and
it just telling them we just got to get better, basically.
Yeah, that just can't happen.
Dez, I agree. He got to use his legs, but you got to remember, Dez, that's not his strong suit. So since it's not his strong suit, he will use it when he has to use it, like he did when he scored that touchdown. But he's going to move around the pocket as much as he can until he find an open receiver. So the only way I think he takes out running, if he's just in dire need and he sees a 10-yard hole where he can just run straight ahead. But other than that, he's not going to run. Even though I agree with that, but he's just not that type quarterback.
We need to go after that defense anyway, though, brother, because they are having a quick turnaround. So the fact that they're having that quick turnaround, we got to try to attack them for fatigue. So I'm expecting us, to go hit them with the run game. Heavy dose of Tyler. Right. My thing is, too, the Falcons started in a 2-back set. Why go away from that? This may be a game to where you really can utilize that, get that defense kind of thinking instead of reacting, and then you can have Tyler, who can catch out the backfield still, too, and along with Bijan, who can do both things. And then you would have 2 guys you would have them figuring out which guy's getting the ball, which guy's doing what, and it just makes them think instead of react. And that means when you're thinking, you're half a second or maybe even a whole second slower. So, and you want to attack their mental, but also their fatigue, I believe. We have to try to exploit any kind of thing that we can, because we're on the road, and that's a tough environment playing up there in Minnesota. They're scolding all game. And for the Falcon fans that's going up there, that's something that you have to deal with as well, along with the
them fans rowdy, man. Yeah, they rowdy.
They are. And then they're going to be extra hype coming off of this division win against the Bears, because the Bears had them dead to rights, and they came all the way back. So that stadium is going to be rocking, and we got to be prepared for that.
Dez had a question earlier. He said, help me with this injury report and depth chart. He confused. So here we go right quick. If you see right here in the red, that means Mooney and Drake, they're on the injured list, but it's still no final decision probably until game time on both of these guys. So when you look at Jack Nelson, he's on the injury. I don't think he plays because he was out last week. So he didn't play last week, and they had him on the injured list, so he didn't suit up at all. So with those 2 wide receivers, we'll be looking at Ray McLeod, Casey Washington, Cordero Hodge, Jamal Agnew, and whoever they call it from the practice squad. And the practice squad is down here at the bottom. So the practice squad wide receivers, we have Chris Blair, Dylan Drummond, who had a strong preseason. Well, both of them had a strong preseason. Nick Nash had a pretty decent preseason, but he came on late. And David Seals, I think he's already on the 53-man roster, if I'm not mistaken. That's how they're going to roll. So what they're going to do, it's probably going to be a game time decision on both of these guys because they have a shoulder injury. So those 4 guys on the practice squad, 2 of them can easily get promoted if they cannot go with either Drake or Mooney. However, I do think Mooney will play because I think he's gotten enough rest, and he's been practicing a little bit more each and every week. So this may be the week he comes back. Who knows? But again, it may be a game time decision on both.
Yeah, man, definitely game time. I know. Let's see. Got this one right here. Off the scales fishing.
Facts.
Off the scales fishing said. Dave Archer said today that he would be shocked if Drake and Mooney don't play. I knew they was
my bad. Go back to that. My bad. I ain't mean to do that.
It's all good. Say I knew we have got to have them in this Vikings game. Yeah, we gotta have them in this Vikings game. And man, to be honest, I don't know about Drake. To be honest, I know he's a tough guy, but those shoulders can be tricky, and it may go all the way to actual warm ups and really, like Smitty just said, game time decision on Drake London. Darnell Mooney is the guy who I'm expecting to play more so than Drake. I want both
Absolutely.
of those guys to play. I hope both of those guys play because we will have a better game. But also we have to just watch the injury report for the rest of the week, guys. It's only Tuesday. It's still early. Still got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, of course, with the walkthrough. But just watch the injury report. We're going to be watching it all as Falcon fans, I know, because we got to have Drake. Drake is our number one receiver. We already been down Mooney. The fact that we have been down Mooney has been hurting the offense a little bit as well. Not having that extra guy out there who can catch the ball and get upfield. So we're hoping that those guys can play, man, because we need those guys
Absolutely.
tremendously. But another thing that the Falcons, if they can do, depending on who's out there as who's capable of at wide receiver, another thing I think that we have to do on offense outside of running the ball. That from what I'm seeing, the Vikings they favor like blitz heavy fronts. So I'm thinking, why not attack the seams more so in
Yeah.
like
And
intermediate zones?
you threw an alley hoop with that one because I was just about to go there. And as I said in my preview, I'm in my three keys to victory. I think Kyle Pitts is going to be huge this game, no matter who plays. Because as I watched that game last night, Minnesota's linebackers, they're not very good in coverage. And I think the Falcons need to exploit that. Even though the Bears tight ends only had 3 catches for 43 yards, I feel like Kyle Pitts can do much better than that. He's more athletic. He's faster. All they have to do is work on timing. And I think this is the game that Kyle Pitts can capitalize on. And if he can
Right,
do that, you talked about that run game earlier and how we have to capitalize and how we have to get that run game going. This is how you do it. You open up the seams with Kyle Pitts, and if you can do that, I think the play action start working. And please, for God, please do not use pistol formation every damn snap. You got to
man.
use
It
some
was so heavy.
shotgun. You got to use some I formation. You got to throw them off a little bit, man, because as I said,
Get under
if you
center
get those
sometimes.
defensive, yeah, you get those defensive tackles to hone in, it's gonna be a problem. If they start to hone in on the run game, you're gonna have the same problem you had last week with Vita Vale. You got to switch it up. And even I know Caleb McGarry is not on that right side. Put
Mhm.
Charlie Warner over there or put him in the backfield as a fullback, run behind that offensive line. If that's your bread and butter, that's what you got to stick to. Uh, and this is what this offensive line was made for. Just keep it real. It's still Arthur Smith's offensive line. So, I mean, it's still the same philosophy should be. And I know you want to pass the ball more, but running the football sets everything up. So do that. Do what you're good at. 125 yards a game last year, I think it was. Come on,
Shoot,
man.
130. That's why I say we
100,
averaged
yeah, yeah,
130 yards per game last year in the
yeah.
rushing.
You got to
And
do it,
if
man.
we can get that running game going again, it will help set up that play action, just like you said. It will, but also we can also do quick passes to keep the defense off balance as well, because we're leaning on Michael Penix overall. And I don't want it to be one dimensional. And I understand that where he's going to get pressured because Brian Flores, he don't play just like Ty Bowles does it. But we've seen that Penix is already demonstrating efficiency under pressure. I've already said at the beginning end to start up with the show on how 81% under pressure. But the Falcons, they can control the pace through the air, especially if the O line can hold up. That's another thing that you have to hope for. And you really want to hope for a better game from your guards because to their standard now, Chris Lindstrom and Matthew Bergeron, I feel like they kind of didn't have like a up to their standard game overall. I think Jake Matthews was great. Elijah Wilkinson was definitely serviceable. Ryan Newzil did his thing, but overall,
Absolutely.
you just want them to have better games, especially when we got to have it on the road. It's kind of setting up all over again, just like last season, just different quarterback. 0-1 on the road in a hostile environment, just like how Philly was last year. Minnesota's going to be the same, and we got to have it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Um, Ari said he think the Falcons should trade for Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle, and they won't get Waddle. Waddle's not going anywhere. At this point in Tyreek's career, I don't think it will cost much from draft pick standpoint. Ari, but you got to think about that contract. It's a monster.
Yeah,
$30 million is a lot of money. The only way that I think they can get off Tyreek Hill if they pay that contract like they did Jalen Ramsey. They didn't pay his contract. They paid about $4 million of the $25 million.
Right.
So they lowered the number just a little bit. And then
You
after that point, you
have
can
to take on
restructure.
way more than that. You have
Yeah.
to take on way more than that. And and you might as well say you're going to have to restructure and just give him a new deal if you take on that
Pretty
contract.
much.
And think about this. You bring in Tyreek Hill in that contract. What is that saying for necessary like Drake London, possibly Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, who's going to be right behind Drake. So, you know, you got to think about you still got to pay other guys. And the salary cap only goes so far. And you still going to have to pay other guys. Like, what about Jesse? Do you pay Jesse? So
I'm glad you said that because I have a special coming on. I'm going to drop it sometime tonight. Because Xavier White's going to show y'all, man, it's going to be trouble down the road, man. I'm telling y'all. I'm telling you. It's going to be trouble. But Ryan said we need to line up Bijan as a receiver. They did that last week, actually.
They did
combo routes with him and keep Tyler Algier in the backfield to help keep Penix clean and use TA to wear them down. Absolutely. And that's exactly what I was getting
going back to what I just said, man. Having them both out there, you don't know who's doing what, and both can do similar things. So if you want to mix it up like that, if you want to have them splitting out wide Bijan, you can do that and have Tyler Algier in the backfield, giving them dropping the hammer. So you can definitely do that. Right. So what do y'all think about taking a look at Odell Beckham? Odell Beckham, I'm thinking, man, really Odell, he's not really trying to play until like after all the bye weeks are over with, and to see
like a playoff run
contender. Yeah, man, I think he's really
he won't have a guaranteed contract, and it won't be much money. But Dante Johnson, he's been a counselor in the locker room the last couple of teams he's been on, so I have to say no to that. If he can come in and keep his mouth shut and go out there and perform, I would do it. But honestly, man, I would just take the guys we got on the practice squad because they have chemistry with Penix already. They work with him in the training, all-season program. So you got to take that into consideration. So I just think they roll what they have because we don't have about $8 million of cap space. So that's not a lot. That's not a lot. And you got to think injuries going to occur. And we don't know what's going to happen at trade deadline. So, I mean, you just never know.
Yep, that's what I'm saying. Injuries are already occurring, so you know. So
yeah, so Falcons offense, I'm telling you, I think we have to put up at least 135 to 145 yards to be successful against this Viking team because this one team you just got to wear them down. If you wear them down, I think you win this game. And again, attack the seams. Attack those linebackers because they're downhill guys. They don't cover well. And like I said, with 43 and Ivan Pace, and Ivan Pace is a little bit undersized. He's about 5'11", 6 feet. So if Kyle Pitts get him in a matchup, Kyle Pitts is going to eat all day. So this is why you got to take advantage of these matchups.
Right. Absolutely correct. Also, I wanted to say, did you have the screenshot, by the way? Michael Penix because Michael Penix is actually
my bad.
fourth.
Yeah, I got you.
Michael Penix is actually fourth in the league right now after week 1 in passing yards. And here from Miss Taryn Wack, she took a whack at it, as she likes to say.
I like what you did there.
yeah, that's like she likes to say. And Falcons fast fact: Michael Penix Jr. has thrown for over 1,035 yards. And through the first 4 starts of his career, and that is the most by any Atlanta quarterback of all time.
Just talking about Matt Ryan, Steve Barkowski,
right,
Michael Vick, anybody that you could think of.
Chris Chandler. That's what I'm saying, anybody. So that's a good testament right there. We just got to start getting this young man some wins, man. We got to start.
Absolutely.
That's letting you know right there that that's talent and that's potential that could be going somewhere. I tell you, man, Michael Penix is him.
All right. So we got to the offense. I think Michael Penix is going to have another superb game. I think Zach Robinson has to come out attacking like he did against Tampa Bay, but he's got to keep his foot on the gas. So now let's flip it over to the defense. And when we talk about defense, y'all already know what name came up the most about James Pierce. A lot of fans are kind of negative toward James Pierce, but y'all got to think with James Pierce, He's a rookie. This is not Madden. They can't just go out there very first game, run straight at the quarterback. It don't work like that. You got to put in the work. And let me tell you right now. I'm gonna just tell you. I don't care who get mad.
Oh,
with these defensive end and these edge rushers, I know y'all like to rotate them in and out. Let them
yes.
get into some kind of groove before you start rotating. I saw James Pierce, Javon Walker do 2 plays here, 2 plays there. And I think Pierce had like 23 snaps. But let them get into a groove, man. And if they can do that, I feel like that's when the sacks will come. You got to know when to rotate. You just can't rotate just because you got a lot of edge rushers. See who has who tempo is going at the right tempo.
Smith.
So look.
Smith, you know what's going on, man. You know some of them veterans in there and they want to see what's going on with the veterans. But and also my thing is this too. It was a quiet game for guys like Leonard Floyd, Honor Albuquerque. Those guys have to get home just like the rookies do.
Right.
They have people jumping on James Pierce and jumping on Ruka Roro, even Brandon Dorless. But shoot, some of the veterans didn't hit home either. I mean, if we want to break it down, I mean, Caden Ellis missed a third sack that would have probably
wide
made a
open sack right at Baker Mayfield. He should have lit Baker Mayfield up. And look, if y'all was looking, and I know I was, if you coming straight at him and the tackle is right there, he can't go right. Don't you know he gonna go left? That's common sense. You got to always know where you are on the field at all times, man. You have to. But with James Pierce, I seen a lot of people giving him grief. I'm gonna give y'all some numbers right quick to let y'all know he was out there doing his job.
Okay, what you got?
4 pressures, 1 quarterback hit. No, he didn't have a tackle or a sack. But think about it: 20% pass rush win rate. That's what you need to look at. And he would probably never use as a designated pass rusher, which means he was there here and there. He wasn't on there 2, 3, 4 drives at a time. And that's why I just said you got to get him time to get a rhythm going. And if you don't do that, guess what? The next time they get in, they're gonna try to go get a rhythm again. Next time, try to go get them a rhythm. So you got to keep them in there long enough for them to get a rhythm going. If they don't do that, man, you just go same thing. And to add to that, among rookies, about the rookies, man, every rookie defender generated multiple pressures in week 1. James Pierce was at the top with 4. Abdul Carter with 4. Shamar Stewart 3. Jordan Birch with 3. Aeneas Pebbles 2. Yaya Black and Femi Oladejo had 2.
Well, ain't that something?
So
that's like James Pierce out there
let me know
his
that
job.
he was out there trying to do his best.
Yeah,
and I feel like if he had more snaps, and I think they said 23 if I'm not mistaken. But if he had more snaps this game and got a little bit more rhythm going, I think he would have got at least a sack because he was getting. Now they say he only had 1 quarterback hit and 4 pressures, but he was forcing Baker in and out the pocket as well. You got to take that into account. So when you can't get into a rhythm, things like this are going to happen. So I mean, hey, and I agree, Tyreek, tackling is an issue, but the more you stay on the field, the more focus you get. And I'm telling y'all, I mean, Divine Diablo was a straight monster Sunday.
That man,
we all knew that.
I enjoyed seeing it. I definitely enjoyed seeing James Pierce played well. He had a 21% win rate, which is the top 5 in the NFL. My thing is, I said this on Twitter. I was like, let him figure it out, and he's gonna eat. He's gonna eat. He's already figuring it out. Once everything like kind of slows down a little bit more for him, and he really figures it out, he's gonna be hitting home. He's gonna get home. That's what he does. That's what we drafted him for. So just be patient with James Pierce, y'all. Like I'm excited about the kid. I know I initially didn't necessarily, like the draft pick initially, but now I'm definitely very, very warmed up to it. And I think that this kid is definitely going to be able to get after it, especially after seeing him up close and personal, and just like hearing him and what he brings and what he wants to bring and what he wants to do. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Heavy blitz Sunday night. Definitely agree with that. And one person I'm going to bring up with that, one of my favorite rookies, Xavier Watts. Xavier Watts had a very strong game. First Falcons rookie since 1994. In his NFL debut with 5 tackles and 2 pass breakups. and I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that was
Could have had some picks.
Anthony Phillips, former defensive back of the Atlanta Falcons, had that same type game against Detroit. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, look,
I almost
I'm
had
telling
him some
y'all.
picks in the first game, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like, just another one when everything, like, he had to put himself in the position to be able to get to make the play or be able to have the pass breakups. In a minute, he's going to be taking the ball the other way, just like he did at Notre Dame. Just give him a second. I wouldn't be
See, I told
surprised
y'all.
if he did. I wouldn't be surprised if he got a pick in the next game. I
Yeah,
wouldn't be
and I
surprised.
told y'all when it comes to the position he's played on the field, that plays a part in his instincts. He played wide receiver. So 9 times out of 10, if he sees what the people are lining up at the line of scrimmage, he's going to be able to read it. Linebacker, same thing. See, one thing about a linebacker has to read the scheme, what's going on in the line, which way the quarterback is looking, which way the offensive line is set up. So, I mean, he has a high football IQ, and I expect him to be with the Falcons a very long time. And like I said, I'm gonna drop a video a little bit later, go a little bit more in depth with Xavier Watts and why he may make Jesse Bates a little bit expendable. But we still got another whole year before we have to worry about that. But y'all know I try to keep y'all inclined and keep y'all thinking, because I always look towards the future.
Right. Let me see about a couple of like these coverages that we've seen in week 1 as well.
Oh, okay, my bad. Let's
Divine
see.
Diablo is him. He's going to replace
Yep.
Anderson at linebacker.
Oh, I said that already.
Has.
Oh yeah, Solomon.
He already has.
Yeah, I mean, Troy Anderson gonna be a rotational piece, and when he comes back, honestly, they may use him for an edge rusher because he has the size and speed. So that would be a plus. And then if you do that, you can see Jalen Walker playing a little bit more on the inside. So I mean, it's a lot of ways they can go with that. But I hope y'all can see that.
Oh yeah, I hope so, man. My goodness, that thing is crazy.
It's small,
but,
so you blow your screen up, Chris.
Right. But I mean,
this is week 1.
Yeah, this is week 1 of the defensive coverage usage. 2025. You know what I'm saying? This is from F Ball Insights. I'm assuming that stands for fantasy. But I want to give a shout out to Miss Carey for sending this over to me. I was checking this out, and it's just basically illustrating, if you can see the Atlanta Falcons, who are just below the Cowboys, just above the Jets, and with the coverage that they run in the percentile that they ran it, you see very little coverage in cover 2, anything, and in cover 6, about 19% in cover 1. But you see that 24% and also that 49%. So that let you know that Jeff Obert was sticking to his guns. That cover 3, that his backbone, and Obert leaned heavily into that single high zone shell. Right. But the one thing about it that you see is that plus 30, and that means the defense struggled overall. Despite, so that means there was soft spots within this zone, and it was taken advantage of. But we know that that's going to be Obert's classic style, dating all the way back to the Jets, of course. But offenses are able to execute. We did see that. But Absolutely. The thing about it, that's why it's important to watch the game, because if you just look at these stats, you'll say, oh, the Falcons defense just had a terrible game. No, they did not. The Falcons had opportunities that they left on the field. They had at least 4 picks and a few sacks that if they are able to get home and able to execute,
the game would have been a blowout.
The game would have been possibly different, and we're talking about definitely being on this list a lot higher. So take it with a grain of salt. If you just look at the numbers, of course, people are going to say, "Oh, they look at the Falcons." Nah. At the end of the day, we had our opportunities. It's on us, and we just didn't finish home and execute. But if we can do that against the Minnesota Vikings, getting those turnovers, that would be a better stat for the Atlanta Falcons all the way around. And going into it, you're going to have to switch up the looks and get after J.J. McCarthy. He still is a rookie. I understand he came back. He got into a rhythm against the Chicago Bears. But, hey, it wasn't a lot of pressure. We're going to have to focus on rattling the poise. He showed poise in the against the Bears in the second half. But I think you're going to have to assimilate some of these pressures may have to go a little 3-4, get try to get a little extra edge rush. You want to kind of rattle this guy's cage and keep disguising, with the single high looks, bait them into throws over the middle of the field. You got Jesse Bates again, maybe a Xavier Watts can come get the ball, force him into mistakes. That's what I'm looking for the Falcons defense to do. Again, his first start, I'll give him his credit. He came back and he showed well in the second half, but he's still a rookie. And Jeff Ulbrich, who is a veteran, now is your time to kind of shine as well, because Flores is going to try to disguise looks against Michael Penix. We have to do similar against J.J. McCarthy.
Absolutely. And J.J. McCarthy, if y'all want to know his stats from last night, he was 13 for 20, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, also had a touchdown run. So he's another quarterback that can use his legs as well. And that's why we were going to have to and Divine Diablo, like I said, he did a great job last week. He even had a pass breakup against Mike Evans. It was height on height. And I just feel like this game, and I keep forgetting, I don't know why, but TJ Hawkinson, he came alive the second half last night as well. So that's a tight end that we are definitely gonna have to cover. And I would love to see Xavier Watts or Billy Bowman on that guy. Because I know I feel like Divine Diablo might be better being a spy because they're not using Jalen Walker like that right now. So it's going to be interesting to see how they game plan for Hawkinson and Justin Jefferson. So
I'm glad that you mentioned the thing about Mike Evans, though, because regardless, though, if you look at it, the Falcons pretty much kept Mike Evans in check for the most part. And that's the same game plan that you rolled out for Mike Evans. You're going to have similar for one of the best wide receivers. You could call him 1A, 1B compared to Jamar Chase, and we're talking about Justin Jefferson. And Justin Jefferson was able to torch the Bears a little bit for a couple of chunk plays in the second half. But the Falcons, we have A.J. Terrell, but I wouldn't leave A.J. Terrell over there solo with him all game. Honestly, it's time to get some bracket help. Maybe Xavier or Bates, some kind of shading. Again, make J.J. look at like T.J. Hawkinson or somebody else, because again, they don't have Jordan Addison. I believe he's still suspended.
Yeah, 4 games, right?
Yeah, so they're not going to have Addison. So you're going to have to be able to lock up Justin Jefferson and make somebody else beat you. Also, you got to win on first down, forcing them with these third and longs. That's something else that will be able to rattle that cage of J.J. McCarthy. Again, you're going to have to go after this guy. You're going to have to switch up different looks and everything. Vikings, they also like to set up play action as well. I mean, why not? Because you have those explosive receivers. But we have to win on first down and force these guys into third and longs. I think if we can do that, and again, make things tougher, get disguised looks, and against J.J. McCarthy, like I said, I think we can have a better game because the environment is not going to be favorable.
I forgot they had got Adam Thielen back, so they will have.
Yes, and they got Thielen back, at the end.
They have a possession receiver, right?
Yeah. So again, you're going to have to do these things, so we got to stay disciplined against their run game. We got to try to shut down their run game as well.
And Aaron Jones is probably one of the most underrated running backs in the league. He's going to get his yard, and he's pretty much a older version of Bijan. He can catch out the backfield, and he's an East-West guy. So, and he ran the zone run scheme in Green Bay, so he knows how it works. So with this, I would love to see them what they did against Tampa Bay. I would love to see them keep using defensive backs to get after the quarterback, because that way you have some linebacker that can drop back into coverage and be physical. And I think Billy Bowman, whoever lines up in that slot, could be Adam Thielen, could be Justin Jefferson at times. But whoever lines up, I think Billy Bowman going to give them a run for their money. And that's the good thing about having a physical corner. Same with A.J. Terrell. You saw it last week with Mike Evans. He got physical with him, and at some points he shut him down a little bit. And unknown, that's a good point. We did shut down Bucky as well. So with AJ, with Aaron Jones, I think we can do the same exact thing.
And Aaron Jones, respectfully, Aaron Jones is slowing down just a little bit. Bucky is just getting started. So I'm not saying that like he's not going to be as effective, but I do believe the chances of slowing him down is increased more so than Bucky, and we slowed down Bucky. So also another thing too, we can't allow a lot of yak yards underneath. We got to be able to get there and tackle, tightening up on that tackling. It wasn't like a lot of missed tackles or anything like that, but I just feel like if we can just tighten up on it, it will bode well for us better. Also, beware of the crossing route this game. Beware of the crossing route. Jefferson and Hawkins, those guys are going to be trying to get after that as well. Those are outlets for J.J. McCarthy to be able to escape, and we have to be able to get pressure on the quarterback, but also get home. And I'm talking about everybody. Whoever's ever rushing the quarterback, get home. Caden Ellis had a good game. The only thing you can say that was a blemish was that missed sack. Get home and finish. So we're going to have to be fast and spaced. We're going to have to finish our tackles as well.
Right. And one thing I want y'all to keep an eye on, I don't know if he's going to play this week. Christian Darrisaw did not play last night from an injury. And if he's out another week, we might be in the same position as to where we got missing a pretty good tackle at left tackle. So if Christian Darrisaw does not play, I think the Falcons get another advantage. I think that pass rush gets another chance to redeem themselves because I don't think their backup is as good. But he did not play last night, and I could tell because Chicago was getting after him that first half, and it showed. So if the Falcons get off to a quick start, probably force a turnover in the first quarter, capitalize by getting points, I think that puts us in a good situation because I feel like this game gonna be low scoring because both of these defenses are pretty stout, and both of these quarterbacks are young. So whomever defense takes over, forces turnovers, and gets their team off the field on third down, I think that's who wins this football game.
Right.
But
and we can be aggressive as well too, since send some disguised pressures, like I was saying. You want to try to speed that clock up. You know what I'm saying? Like speed that mental clock
control.
Up.
Like I said, running the football before.
Smitty, we have to be disciplined. We have to still, keep a spy out there because JJ will try to sneak out the back door on you now, just similar to Michael Penix, being able to have that not the fleetest of feet maybe, but you can still get yards. So at the end of the day, we got to be careful of that. It's so crazy. At the end of the day, like these two guys, they faced off in the national championship a few years back. So this is basically a rematch between both of these guys. And it's funny that both of them are starting already. But this is where we're at. I need Michael Penix Jr. to get his lick back. So in order for that to happen, the Falcons have got to execute on all phases. And also, don't get gashed on special teams because my goodness, wasn't this roster constructed to favor the special teams?
Absolutely.
So we cannot be getting gashed and slashed and bashed on special teams.
I can tell you another thing we can't get gashed either on vertical routes. Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson, they killed us last year. I mean, both of those guys almost had 200 yards apiece. So we can't have that happen no more. And they had Sam Darnold in. Not saying J.J. McCarthy can't do that, but I feel like since he's a little bit younger, I don't think he's ready to take that step. But who knows? With Justin Jefferson, sometimes you guys got to chunk it up there and he'll go get it. So just don't get beat deep. Make sure Xavier Watts and Jesse Bates are always in position. And if you're playing single high, make sure you be physical at the line of scrimmage. If you're not, and they get open in the middle of the field, we know what they can do with, run out the catch. It's going to be all the same old thing. And another thing, don't let D offer hit the field. Just say that. But, so just don't get beat deep. Just don't get beat deep. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, we can't have what happened last year when we was in Minnesota because my thing is we were neck and neck with Minnesota. We really had them on the ropes. And then just a few busted plays, busted coverages, and then it just exploded. So
absolutely
can't have that happen.
Absolutely. But Chris, X factor, offense and defense. Who's gonna be your two X factors this game?
X factors. Man, that's a good one. I am going to say.
Yeah, I can follow along in the chat as well.
If you have yours ready, you can go ahead. Give me a second. I'm kind of like debating between a few guys.
Okay. I'm gonna go back and stick to my guns. I said they got to run the ball, so I think it's got to be Bijan and Algier. It's got to be a dynamic duo. You got to get that run game going, man. Against a physical blitzing defense like this, you got to hit them in the mouth, just like they did last week. They got off to a fast start. I don't know what the hell Zach Robinson was thinking, but get off to a fast start this game, establish a run game, and I think you need to make Michael Pence's job just a little bit easier. He showed you what you can do if you can move the football. So if you can make his job easier by running the football, picking up yards, I mean, like I said, they get 125, 135 yards. I think that's a win because that lets me know that you will do your thing, man. I think that dynamic duo, they need to be the front runners for this offense this game. And don't get me wrong, I know Michael Penix can throw the football, but make his job easier, and I think it'll reward you handsomely. Defense, I think I got to say Divine Diablo again, and the reason why I'm gonna go with him, I said it earlier. I think T.J. Hockenson is gonna be a problem, and I think Aaron Jones is gonna be a problem, and I think he's gonna be matched up on either one of those guys on any particular down. So I feel like his versatility as a linebacker, he showed y'all last week he can move sideline to sideline. I think, I think Divine Diablo against Aaron Jones and T.J. Hockenson probably gonna be my X factor matchup on defense.
Okay. All right. So for the first time this season, early in this season, for me, I'm going Mr. Kyle Pitts Sr. I'm going Kyle Pitts, man. Pitts is the mismatch nightmare, of course, due to his size, athleticism, and when he is involved in the offense, he really is more crisp on his routes and really just more of a better football player when he's more involved. It's one of those things where you just got to keep him involved. But I'm not mad and against keeping him involved. So reestablishing him, I believe, as one of the primary targets, especially depending on the status of our wide receivers, Pitts is going to be key in this game. So regardless, I feel like, Pitts has got to be one of those focal points in this particular game because I know we're going to see T.J. Hockenson on the other side. We have a guy that's more physically gifted, as far as athleticism, again, pass catching, and just all around just a mismatch in his size with Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts has got to get up this game regardless of who's out there because I believe that he will be able to find those zones, find those seams, and be able to get up the field because he's athletic and he has some speed on him, So that's my guy for offense.
And I'm glad you said that, man. Y'all, please go check out my 3 keys to victory. Kyle Pitts is on that list, and it's basically what Chris said. So we on the same page with that. But go ahead, my bad.
No, you good. You good. Defense. I'm gonna go a veteran.
Big Meech, what's good, my guy?
What's happening, fam? Man? Been a long time, boy. What's happening? But yeah, man.
Boy, giving game sports. Big Meech, what's good, man? Just stay healthy, my brother, and stay safe out there, man. My guy, whenever you can come through, man.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, Chris.
Defense, though. I'm going a veteran, man. Leonard Floyd, I'm looking for you. I need to see you.
Good one.
I'm just saying, man. You was real quiet week 1. I need to see you. So Leonard Floyd, I need you to be that veteran. I need you to get after that quarterback. I need you to beat whatever you're facing. Single, if you're getting double teamed, you're getting double teamed, but I need you to be able to break through and make a difference. So I'm looking at, because I could have easily went James Pierce, but I'm not going to put it on the rookie. I'm going to put it on the guy who seemed like he was more quiet than James Pierce. So Leonard Floyd, what's happening? Go ahead and get you some lemon pepper wings, American Deli. I know that's what you like. And let's go ahead and get after that quarterback. Let's go ahead and get after that rookie. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and rattle his cage. So Leonard Floyd, what's happening? I'm looking for you.
Our boy RJ say offense Wilkerson to continue to protect Penny's blind side. Agree with that. By more time, I would like to see more Ray McLeod get in the middle of the defense and do work. I agree with that, RJ. And if y'all saw it last week, the second half, that's exactly what he did. He came alive that second half. So, I mean, you got to use that speed, man. And again, this is why Kyle Pitts is so pivotal because I don't feel like anybody on the field can check Kyle Pitts. It's the only person stop Kyle Pitts is Kyle Pitts or Zach Robinson or whoever you want to blame. But he's pretty much unstoppable. Tremel, what's up, my guy? Thank you for coming through the other day. Appreciate it. They said Leonard Floyd was on a milk carton last week.
Yeah,
absolutely. Man. But see, RJ, this goes against what I said earlier. You got to keep some of them guys on the field for an extended period of time for them to get a rhythm going. If they don't do that, you're gonna keep seeing the same thing. Because guess what? If you keep rotating them out, how are they gonna, get a grasp on what's going on the field? If they get in a groove and say, hey, I figured out what he's doing. I can take this route, take this angle, and maybe I can get a sack. How can they do that if they just constantly on and off the field? You got to make up your mind and see. Maybe they were doing that to see who they wanted to get a time to, but the way James Pearson moved, you got to line him up on one side, and on the other side, Leonard Floyd until he proves you different. Because Leonard Floyd gonna get his sacks, man. So you got to give him time to do that.
Get after him. Yep. What he said. So both starting wide receiver. If both starting wide receivers are not playing, Brian Flores is going to have a field day with all his different schemes. Blitzes, Minnesota was top 7 in all defensive categories last year. That is absolutely right, Tony. My thing is, if you can't have both of your starting wide receivers playing, and shout out to On the Mark, because we talked about this as well.
Absolutely.
You're going to definitely have to have those 2 running back sets then, because you're going to have to utilize your run game. Bijan out the backfield, stretched out wide, like Ryan said earlier, and also Tyler as being the hammer, the tank. And then, but I also say you can also reverse those roles sometimes too. You can have them doing multiple things. So I'm hoping that we can have at least Mooney or at least Drake. Hopefully both of them, of course. That goes without saying. But being realistic, we need at least one of them.
Absolutely.
But, what we had here say, if healthy, give Kobe Bryant a chance at CB2 spot and have Mike Hughes limited to only stopping the run in short yard situations. Okay, Stevie Wonder and everybody and their mama know he can't cover wide receivers. Ooh.
Hey, Aries, let me tell you, man, Mike Hughes didn't have a bad game last week. Both of those throws on those touchdowns were just perfect by Baker Mayfield. I don't care who was on the field. Nobody would have deflected those passes. They were just perfect. And I think that was Xavier Watts who jumped up and tried to knock down one of those passes, but those passes were perfectly thrown. Nobody wouldn't have defended those passes. So Mike Hughes had a solid game last week. So I mean,
it just seemed like I feel what Aries is saying though. I see what he's saying.
Yeah, I agree. He got a seatbelt. Go ahead.
Got the seatbelt. Goodness, but yeah, man. Like when you would see though, it was a few plays that I saw Mike Hughes and. Yeah, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. A few plays he was looking like what it is, overcooked steak or well done steak, however y'all want to say it.
Yeah, but that was bad calling by the defensive coordinator because he didn't have no help over the top on one of those plays.
Yeah, I ain't even talking about the touchdown. I mean that.
No, I'm talking about just another play in general. He ain't had no help over the top.
Right. That goes back to that. Some running. We've seen what we ran that cover 3. So. And that thing right there, you already it can depending on what zone gets attacked, you can definitely be exposed. Say what's good, Smitty.
Hey, SWAT. Hey, I figured that, man. That's why I kept turning the thing off because I heard you slurring your speech, and I said, man, he gone. Let's just go to the next one. So I kind of figured that part. Yeah, I figured that. Silk, what's up, man? Saints Panthers can't do nothing to the Falcons and the Bucks. You barely beat us. Yeah, they barely won, but we gave them the game. Let's be real.
Yeah.
What up, Reggie?
What's happening there?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, man. I definitely seen him bringing up Chris Blair. He has a little bit of chemistry with Penix already. Yeah, I mean, he showed that what he can do in preseason.
Hey, man, listen here. All I'm saying is I like Kadarius Hodge, but in the wide, I would love to have an actual wide receiver who that's what he really does. Not saying that Kadarius not a wide receiver, but he's a wide receiver special teamer like that. And Chris Blair, I feel like he's really been putting in a lot of work, man. He really has, working with Mohamed Sanu, working on his game. Give the man an opportunity. It's all about oppos. I know he had a droppers too, like in the preseason game, but he also had overall in the totality a good preseason, a good camp. So I wouldn't mind seeing Chris Blair. I know Chris Blair would get the nod before Nick Nash because I could easily say I want to see Nick Nash, but I think Blair deserves the opportunity, man. And then you still got
he's the seniority out of the receiver, so he probably knows more of the playbook. But Trey Harrison is still here. He was just hurt last night. Harrison Smith is still here. So
Yeah.
unless you're talking about the defensive tackle Harrison, yeah, he's gone. But yeah.
Harrison Smith, I think he was injured or something like that. What's
Ken
good?
Folk, what's good, man? Been a while.
Yes, sir.
Tremendous. I think deal will come along. It's going to take a few games. Absolutely. Like I said, you just got to get a rhythm. Yeah. Once they get a rhythm going, hey, it's going to be. Oof.
My thing is, who really saw that Xavier Watts literally was going to get his hands on 2 footballs, but just couldn't bring it down? Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, who thought that we was going to be able to have the opportunity?
I did.
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I feel you, Smitty, but I'm talking about in general, though, man. A lot of Falcon fans didn't see that.
No, they probably weren't expecting. They probably
even Billy Bowman,
even Baker Mayfield wasn't expecting it because he probably would have never thrown it. He got baited by a rookie. Think about that. He got baited by a rookie.
Yeah. I mean, he was in the position. He put himself in the right positions. But so credit to the defensive scheme, credit to Jeff Ulbrich, but also credit to Xavier Watts for doing his job. So I'm expecting big things from these rookies, man, overall, because I see the potential. I just feel like give them just a little bit of time, just like Tremel said. Give them some time. They're figuring it out, and they're figuring it out fast because everybody is almost there just about. Even Jalen Walker had a good play too, kicking out.
One thing that you know that they're going to be okay, you see the energy that Nate Ollie gives them each and every time they hit the field. That's going to pay up big time. So
this right here, man. Well, this right here, I'll say.
Yeah, you got to finish. You definitely got to finish.
Well, what we got next, man? Oh, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Blair should have made the 53.
Yeah, Chris said that too, man.
Yep.
Chris said that too.
I do
Hey,
feel
I know
like
how it is, kid folk, man. You got to work. Them bills got to be paid, man. Trust me, I know, bro.
Like what I saw from the secondary, especially Watts. Absolutely. Watts was really the star of the show. He could have been really like player of the game for real. You think about if he just get one of those picks, I think.
Right. So this is the fun part of the show. Mm-hmm. Y'all in the chat, go ahead and drop y'all score predictions, and let me know what y'all think. Let me see. Do we need to run man or zone on Jefferson? That's a damn good question, Trey. But if I had to take a pick, I would say zone. Yeah, because you got to have help over the top, man. You got to. And when you running man, most of the time you're on the island by yourself. So I don't
want to leave AJ on the island all night long. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying not all night long. Go ahead and give a little zone to give some little bracket over the top. My thing is that, like, again, that single high shell anyway is going to be the thing for Jeff Ulbrich anyway on the cover 3 and some of the cover 4 too. So that's going to be the thing. He's going to definitely get bracketed. AJ's not going to be on the island all game. I don't see it. I think you can put him over there some plays on the island because AJ is capable, but I just don't want to leave him over there just singled out all game with no help. You don't have to do him like that. But what's your score prediction, Smitty? What you got? Man? What you got?
Hey, man, I'm struggling with it, man.
Okay.
I think most of these defenses are going to have a good game, man. I think it's going to be low scoring. I said 2017 Falcons.
2017 Falcons. I like
it. Young Way Koo has a chance to redeem himself. If he miss a kick, leave his ass in Minnesota.
Dang.
That's all I got to say.
It's cold up there, too. But, yeah. Okay, I'm going to go with, man, okay.
JT got 24-17. Ken Folks got 27-17.
I like it. I like these
strapped up. We're going to score 38. That's going to be tough on that Viking defense.
Yeah, man. In Minnesota, it must be like we must got a few turnovers, I think. That would make that 38-24 sound like good to me. Yeah, I like that 17-20. I like that, Smitty. I do. I'm going to go.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say I'm going to go with. You know what? I'm going to go with 20-19 Falcons.
They miss a 2-point conversion and we win. So you think we finish?
I think they score a touchdown. I think they field goal. They were all the way to 19. Okay. But I think Michael Penix is going to get a game winner similar to Kirk Cousins, but his is going to be a lot more flashy and a lot more efficient.
Yeah, I can see that 8-2. Yeah, I can see them get some turnovers, man, because a young quarterback, and I'm telling y'all, if they start to run, they make him one dimensional. That sure gonna be a turnover fest. Because I'm telling y'all, AJ, Xavier Watts, I mean, you can see a strip sack or anything. If you make him one dimensional, he a young quarterback, he can't handle it. Oh yeah, it turnover city.
I like it.
28-17.
28-17. I'm with it.
So Trey think they're gonna get 3 field
24-9.
goals.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
So
I'm
they gonna
telling you,
get
I'm
3
with it.
field goals.
I like
27-24. So I mean,
that.
we all in the same.
Kind of
Now this is
realistic.
a good one.
This is
This
real
is a
good.
good one.
Yeah.
Because I said defensive struggle. That's a good one.
Yeah, 17-13. Yeah, I like that. I like that too.
You
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
be careful. Minnesota will come back, man, because you just got to keep your feet on the gas.
I
Something
like
they
that
should
one
have did
too.
last week.
21-17. I like that one too. That sound like three touchdowns one way or another.
Hey, JT said he think we score on defense this game. I could definitely see that.
I
I
can
could
see
definitely
it.
see that.
Yeah. I like that too. 24-17. That's a nice one too. I know I went 24-17 last game. It was a little closer than that, 23-20, of course, but that's what I don't know, man. I just feel like we can pull it out toward the end, or maybe the defense end up holding up, saying possibly. But it's gonna be an interesting game. We're gonna be the only game on too, baby. Sunday night football. So get ready, man. Make sure y'all got your wings. I know Smitty probably already gonna put him an order in,
Hey,
boy.
man, mine already throwing out in the freezer. I'm good to go.
Look at that. Look at that. Throw it down. Oh, I know what I'm talking about.
But hey, you know not to play with me like that.
That's what I'm
I
saying, man.
want to
Sunday
be
night
ready.
football. Yeah, man. It's gonna be interesting. I can't wait for it. Say I'm calling at least 3 INTs, and if we get 3
That would be
INTs,
nice.
I'm buying one of them guys' jersey.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Solomon. You already know.
Get your wines.
Everybody who follow, they know me, man.
Yep, they on a short week. They on a short week.
Off the scale fishing, he said, man, I just really feel that this is our game to shine. 27-21, this is a must win for the next couple of games ahead. And I think this could be a momentum builder, man. Absolutely. One love. What's good, my guy? Long time no see, man.
Okay,
hope you're doing well, man.
Ooh, you want to talk about, but we getting home. Yep, wingman. Yeah, that's him.
Go to hell. But yeah, man. Any shout outs before we get out of here, man?
Hey, man, shout out to yourselves, man. Shout out to each and every last one of y'all in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and just look in the mirror right there and just say, hey, man, I love myself. Because, you know what I'm saying? That's what you're supposed to do, man. Build yourself up and everything. So shout out to each and every last one of y'all for always tuning in to us, coming through, showing your support. We really do appreciate it. Like, seriously, we don't just say that just because it sounds good. Because I'm a firm believer, don't nobody have to do anything for you. So the fact that nearly 250 people, 55 people came in here tonight, regardless to hear what me and Smitty had to say and also share their thoughts as well. Really appreciate y'all, man. Always rise up, fam. Rise the hell
up. Absolutely. And I got a new saying as well. And I've always believed this because, with my health and things like that, one thing I've learned how to do in my lifetime is step out on faith. I've learned to do that a lot. And that's why I am where I am now. That's why God has blessed me abundantly, because I learned to keep my faith in God, because I know if I step out there, God going to just push me on further out. Because one thing about it, if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. And if he throws it your way, you just better be ready to catch it and run with it.
That's it.
Step out on faith. That's all. Look, if y'all step out on faith, I mean, the possibilities are endless. And I'm just getting started. I've been at this for a while, but trust me, I'm just getting started.
Yes, sir.
I don't worry about who got what. I know when it's my time, it's my time. Just that simple. So my advice to everybody, I'm gonna say that after every show: step out on faith. Just step out on faith. Trust me, things will change. Damon, what's good, my guy? I mean, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. I get that on the regular, man. Even when I get haters in the comments, man, that comments like that erase all the negative that's coming my way. Because I mean, look, the devil gonna attack you when God blesses you. That's a given. So appreciate you, my guy. Ski with the donuts. Appreciate you. Yeah, I'm glad you sobered up for this show, man. Next week,
right?
Stay sober. You're gonna be at home, so chill out. Come through Sunday, and we're gonna have a good time. Mike Kelly said, great announcement tonight. A1, I see you.
Hey, man, that's one of my day ones right there, man. I'm talking about, I think what Mike was around when I had maybe 30 subscribers.
And that's what I'm talking about, man. Them day ones, look, I get them all the time, man. I can name on 5-6 hands. I mean, I got about 30 to 40 that I see on the regular that I know been there since I didn't had 25 subs. I mean, people gonna rock with you. They're gonna rock with you, man. The real deal. Yeah, Grady Jarrett was even look weird last night, man.
Oh boy, Grady did not look good. I ain't gonna lie to you, my boy.
Yeah, I told you they made the right decision. A lot of y'all was mad, but the old Grady gone, man. He was a shell of himself, and it showed last night. Now he can still probably play good against the run, but as far as getting off after the quarterback, I don't see that no more.
Right.
Millie Mills, what's up, my guy?
What's happening, Millie? Dang, my boy said, yeah, we haven't beat Millie. Ooh, yeah, we got to do it. We got to get him. My boy Mike said, he's been around 22. Since 22.
Yeah.
Dang, Mike. Hey, man. One love, fam.
My boy Twan been around since I was on Facebook.
See what I'm saying? This is
6 years. Me and Twan actually did a live on Facebook back in the day. Had a good time too, man. So Twan, you got to come through Sunday, man. I know y'all be working, man, so I know some of y'all can't take out work. But man, when y'all do, just come through on Sunday after the game, man. It's gonna be late Sunday. So we're gonna be up probably midnight Sunday just talking football. And like I said, if y'all drunk, go to bed. But if not, hey, come through. Because we're gonna have a good time. We appreciate you strapped up, man. We trying, man. We trying. Solomon, thank you for tuning in as always, my brother. Have a good night. And some students, man, we need more people like you, man.
Yep, facts. Man, yeah. Teachers' pay need to go up too, man. I'm just saying.
Hey, Mike Kelly, we lose. Hey, go to the next game. It's got to turn around eventually. Just keep it honest with you.
We got to go to Carolina after that. That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, but
yeah,
hopefully we don't though. Let's go ahead and go 1-1, and go to Carolina.
We'll worry about the rest later, right?
You know what I'm saying? Because they need a good smacking. But we'll get to that when week 3 get here.
Yeah, I see Bryce Young finally got that hot chair at the restaurant, so now he's running a little bit. So hey, man, we'll see what he do, man. So hey, keep it real. But that's our shout outs for the show, man. That's our shout outs. But Chris, you know what to do, man. Knock it on out, man. Tell everybody where to find you.
Hey, man, A1 Forever Sports. That's the platform on YouTube. Please be generational because there's always time to be. Don't you settle for less because you always can have more with the vision. And hey, man, it is 9:10, so we appreciate y'all for coming through again. But make sure you find your peace today because positive energy always creates elevation. That's how you get your peace. And also catch me on the Hawks Digest as well. The season is getting ready to crank up in at least about another month. It is September.
Yeah, about a month.
Yeah, so I believe opening night is maybe closer to 22nd, I believe. But either way it goes, basketball season is right around the corner too. Of course, we'll be still knee deep in the football season, but you can still catch me over there as well, dropping content, me and Walter Pollard. Also, A1 Forever Sports, A1 Forever on Instagram, A1 Forever on Twitter, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok, man. Just come on by and just have
y'all go check him out on TikTok. He doing his thing over there. Go check him out.
Right.
Gilberto said, how about drunk victorious?
See that?
Oh man.
Cutting up.
Hey Damon, come through on Sunday if you can, man. Hey man, look, just make it right with your boys, man. Just make it right. Find a way to make it right. If you keep trying to do what's right, it'll turn around eventually. Trust me. I'm a witness.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, man, y'all know where to find me, man. Smitty Sports Machine on YouTube, at FatBoySlim_21 on Twitter. I'm always over there blowing it up, man, because that's what I do. Also, I will probably be dropping a video sometime tonight or in the morning if I fall asleep tonight, because my old ass will fall asleep in a heartbeat. Ask Chris, he'll tell you. So if I can still do that video, I have it out. But every time I drop a video, please hit that notification bell. So every time I drop a video, y'all will know it. It will pop up on your notifications on your phone, your tablet. And if you miss a show, if you miss a podcast, go to the Black and Red TV in the podcast section of my channel any show that me and Chris do, live show, you can
Yeah.
go back there and watch it. And it's there. You in the gym driving, just listen to it, man. Trust me, you won't be disappointed.
Yep, black and red, baby.
But
I'm a
D-Pad
Vikings
say
fan.
he a Viking fan, but God bless you too and your fan. Thank you, D-Pad. We appreciate the
Man, we
positivity, my brother.
definitely appreciate that. Seriously.
But for me and Chris, man, we're gonna roll on out, man, because like I said, I got video to do and I know he got work to do. And we gonna holler at y'all probably Sunday unless some news come up or something popping out here to do a quick pop-up show. But until Sunday night after the Minnesota game, we will holler at y'all then come through, talk to us, because I know y'all gonna let off some steam, win or lose. We're gonna support the Falcons 100%. But we're gonna roll on out of here, man. Peace.